Creative play is critical to the development of the whole child. Kids develop themselves through creativity while they're using their imaginations in play. They develop their physical selves, their cognitive, social, emotional, the whole self, the whole child. Sophia Grace is my daughter, and she has vision impairments, she has mobility challenges, and she also has cognitive challenges. Sophia, like a lot of other kids who have visual impairments or maybe even the motor limitations or cognitive limitations, can't use most of the battery-operated toys off the shelf. She can't see or identify the tiny little buttons at the bottom of the train chassis, and her muscle weakness means that she can't even press the plush toy in the tummy to make it sing or dance. When Sophia was really young, she had a really cool occupational therapist who introduced us to the adaptive toy idea. Using switch-adapted toys means that Sophia doesn't have to miss out on the important play lessons, like the cause and effect, just because the store toys aren't suitable for her. The problem was that these toys typically cost 3 to 4 times more than the price of the same toy off the shelf.
Toy adaptation involves opening toys and soldering in a jack to bypass the standard off-on switches or buttons. Once this jack is installed, we can plug in any switch that the player can use, and the toy is then customized to the player's abilities. The process takes less than 2 hours to complete and costs approximately $1 per toy.
Doing these toy adaptations and taking off-the-shelf toys and inexpensive electronic components give everyone the right to play that they deserve.
My daughter and I came from Pennsylvania, where there was not just a toy lending library, but they even lent out switches. Switches can cost as much as a small laptop for a single switch. And so even if I buy the toys off the shelf, and since I'm able to, I can switch adapt the toys, I still need to purchase the switches in order to have her operate the toys. This was an amazing resource to have this lending library that would lend out this technology short term. So once we moved to Washington, the situation here was really different. There was no lending libraries, there were no switch-adapted toys, and so I found myself needing to start my own switch adaptation. And in fact, as I gathered more support for this, we started running small toy adaptation events. However, when HuskyADAPT, the student organization, formed, then it became a real movement.
HuskyADAPT and the Taskar Center for Accessible Technology are running toy adaptation events where we involve undergraduate students, graduate students, postdoc, faculty, clinicians, engineers, and even middle school and high school students in toy adaptation. We run bi-monthly events where multidisciplinary teams adapt a wide variety of toys and also develop tangible engineering skills such as soldering, problem solving, and circuitry analysis. More importantly, adapters become engaged in broader conversations about accessibility and universal design, learning how they're essential to fostering inclusivity.
Between HuskyADAPT and the Taskar Center, we've adapted more than 350 toys and engaged 450 volunteers in the span of just 2 years. And this includes elementary, high school, and college students, as well as parents, caregivers, therapists, and even entire special education departments. We have a thriving community of volunteers, and it's growing as more young students are interested in developing their engineering skills and helping out a great cause. The next challenge was to find the right partner for this ongoing support from the community and have toys appropriately distributed to people who need it most. With toys, you want variety and not just function. The natural next step was to find a community partner for a toy and switch lending library.
In addition to the shared joy of play, the wonderful thing that children having access to these adapted toys is that they are learning a lifelong skill in how to use the switches that will directly translate to wonderful access of their communication devices and powered mobility.
Through a combination of toy adaptation events, the toy lending library, and our online presence, we aim to make adaptive toys more widely available. We have cross-disciplinary efforts and are developing the next generation of inclusively minded engineers, students, and clinicians. And we're empowering parents and caretakers to take part in creating innovative and accessible devices for adapted play.